Daddy's Eyes by the Killers to show you the riffy parts, and then what they do in like the chorusy part. So they play a lot of triads here, and I like to stay, but I can't because that kind of part. So the triads is what they're playing. They're playing a G chord of the D shape. We talked about it before. They play a B minor, but they play it barred, so it's going to all be on the 7th fret. You're just using the index finger to bar the first 3 strings here, E, B, and G. So your root note is just going to be the E string, which is a B note. So this shape is movable. If you want to do that. The next shape that they use is the D minor shape, but they're going to be playing it as A minor up here, the root note on the 10th fret of the B string. And then E minor bar chord right about here. Moving up to the C bar chord on the 8th fret. And then they'll move down to well, at least I play an A minor bar chord. And then a D bar chord. But let's just talk slowly about the riffs here. Actually pretty easy. There's going to be on the low 5th and 6th strings closest to the ceiling, the big E and the A. Mostly not moving too far from the 7th, 5th, and 3rd fret here. And they play some open strings as well. So the first lick riff you're going to do is going to be on the 7th fret of the A string twice, and then the 7th fret of the E string, and then the 5th fret bending down of the A string, and then back to the 7th fret of the A string again. So all together. And it kind of has like a, this is what bass players like to do. They like to hit with their left hand and pluck at the same time while moving down and up on the neck. So it's kind of that effect here. They're kind of getting through those notes quickly and just hitting them with the left hand and plucking them at the same time, but moving along with the notes, if that makes any sense at all. The next lick is going to be down on the 3rd fret. Same kind of concept here. It's 3 on the A string, and then 3 on the three on the G string, 2 bending down on the A string, and then up to the 3 on the A string again. And then, you know what? Let's just play through it. We already know those 2, and then we'll move along in time with them with it on the screen. So let's get this drum intro, just let Ronnie do his thing.
I'll tell you what you wanna know. Boy, you better listen close. People gonna tell you lies. Don't let it come as a surprise. That woman's on my back again. I know she's got the best intentions. You begin to realize, you know you got your daddy's eyes.
Okay, so that last part I kind of messed up on a little bit, but we'll talk about it. So it's kind of almost repeating the first until the very last one, where it's 7/7 again, and then 7 on the E string, 5 on the A string. What you want to do is hammer on to the 7th, and then slide to the 9th, and then come back down to the 5th. So bringing it all together. 7, 7, 7, 5, hammer on 7, slide 9, back down to 5. And then this is where the chords come in. through the same pattern over again. And then the second time through, it plays that bridge section twice, and then it gets into the solo, or the interlude, and then into the solo. The solo, I'll do my best, I guess. Don't really like teaching solos too much, only because I almost play them differently each time. But the solos is going to be on the 17th fret here on the B string. And I mess up a lot too. But if you follow the tab, it's pretty correct. It might be a little bit hard to hear because that's where I mess up in this solo sometimes. Sometimes it's slower in some places, and then it picks up, and I don't pick up on it, and I miss some notes. So that's why I'm not going to really teach it note for note. Yeah, like again, 17th fret. I'm going to be pulling off into the 15th fret here on the B string. Back onto the 17th, and then to the G string, 17, 16, 14, 17. It's good to do that a few times. You're going to have a bend over here. And then you'll eventually go down to the D string, 17, 16, 14, 13, walking down the 12. And then you'll hear it, 19 on the B string. And it actually goes to the 20th on the B string, down to 17, 15. Gonna have some pull-offs, again with the 17 and 15. Then he kind of fools around, moving down the scale on the B string from 13, 12, 10, 8, 5, and then you'll hear a build up again from 5 to 7 to 8, all the way back up to 17. Okay, and then at the very, very end, there's two lines where it goes, but I love her too, and the first two chords are the same. It's going to be G. I play them down here now. G, F sharp over D, to A minor. So that's with the lyrics, and without the lyrics, the last three chords are going to be G, F sharp over D, E minor. That's it.